my nose started itching. What's going on with my son? What happened to you? And once he started to lay eyes on his son, he knew that something happened, right? Something was after him, and he basically told him that he had the powers to basically transcend time in so many words, and also to attract the light and the dark, pretty much. Like, he had some very powerful energy connected to his music. Little Sammy loved to play the blues. He was a guitarist. Now, slash blues artist, right? Well, expiring blues artist at the time before he made it big, which we saw at the end of the movie. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen the movie yet. But long story kept short, basically Sammy's father told him, the preacher man told him, if you keep, playing that music, the devil gonna follow you home, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So that, I found that to be interesting. So we kind of find out that little Sammy, or preacher boy Sammy, has a spiritual gift when it comes to his music. And that's with any artist, I would say, that's very special. This is relevant now. That's why some people choose to sell their soul, because they want to get that fame and that fortune and that nice things, nice, luxury, and women or men or whatever, a great lifestyle, as well as being able to live out their dreams. And sometimes it's harder when you go legit, quote unquote, and when you're trying to do everything on a straight and narrow, and some people want everything fast, you know what I'm saying? So they choose to sell their soul. Now, this goes back to Robert Johnson, Crossroads. A lot of y'all heard of Robert Johnson. Some people say he was one of the original members of the 27 Club. So that's where a lot of that 27 Club stuff originate. I believe he was one of the first artists may have been the first artist that people label as being part of this 27 Club, if I'm not mistaken. You also had Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix, Jim Morrison from the Cars. Is it the Cars or the Doors? One of them. I don't quote me, but from one of those popular groups, and the list goes on. You have Kurt Cobain from Nirvana, and on, right? And then, if I'm not mistaken, Amy Winehouse. So there are other people. I'm just naming some of the top people I could think of off the top of my head, right? So people were saying that, and Robert Johnson, if I'm not mistaken, also came